The finals released last month and it quickly blew my expectations out of the water. What Embark Studios gave us is an extremely polished first-person shooter, great netcode, even better gunplay, and the star of the show being the full-scale destruction physics. And now they've given us the biggest update since the game has been released. Update 1.5.0 offers a lot of balance changes, bug fixes, more store content, and even a new game mode. So in this video I want to talk about what's been changed, and I want to go over my first impressions of the new game mode. First off, there were a lot of balance changes made. Starting off with abilities, I think the biggest changes here are that the cloaking device and the recon sense's activation costs have been increased. That means you'll have to be more careful about switching them on and off. I think it's a great change actually, especially for the cloaking device. I think it was just a bit too OP how you could just switch it on and off, so this change is for the better. Mesh shields have also been decreased in health from 1100 to 1000, so not a huge change, but it makes them just a bit less impenetrable. Moving on to gadget balance changes. A lot of cooldowns have been decreased by 2 seconds, except for the gas mine that's been increased by 2 seconds. The biggest changes here, I think, are the nerfs to explosives and the stun gun. C4 damage got a huge nerf from 210 to 155, which is crazy, but warranted, I suppose. RPG damage has also been nerfed as well, from 150 to 140. Not a huge change, but now we won't be able to one-shot a light build, which is good in my opinion. The duration of the stun from the stun gun has been decreased from 5 seconds to 3.75 seconds. Honestly, as useful as the stun gun is, I never really thought it needed a nerf, but oh well. Little has changed to the existing game modes. Team wipe respawn times have been increased by 1 second. Okay. And game show events will start at minute 4 instead of minute 6 for the casual game modes. The Las Vegas map also got an update to make destruction more realistic and to update the ziplines in the level. And another huge nerf with throwables. Explosives like the C4, breach charge, and mines now add mass to throwable objects, meaning you can't throw them as far or as accurate now. This nerfs a completely broken meta called nukes, where people would just throw C4 onto a throwable, usually the propane tank, and send it flying at enemies before detonating it. It did a ridiculous amount of damage, and in my opinion it was a completely broken mechanic. I'm glad they're starting to nerf it. Weapons got a lot of balance changes. The damage on the flamethrower and LH1 was increased by 2 hit points, while the M60 and the V9S damage was increased by a measly 1 hit point. The Mac 11 has an easier recoil pattern now, which is interesting because I never really thought the recoil on the Mac 11 was too bad. There's a new scope zoom sensitivity setting for the sniper rifle, and the riot shield and throwing knives got some minor changes I don't think will affect the gameplay too much. It looks like they fixed the exploit on the heavy shotgun that let it be fired way faster than intended, so that's good. And there were a lot of minor bug fixes as well that I won't go into huge detail. There's nothing really game-changing here, but you can see it for yourself. I'll be sure to link the patch notes in the description. And now onto the biggest part of this update. A new limited time game mode has been added called Solo Banquet. It's essentially just like Banquet, but with a 12-player lobby of solo players. This is the first solo-only game mode for the finals, which is huge. I know I saw a fair amount of people asking for this, so it's cool to see Embark deliver here. I played the game mode a bit, and it's about what you expect. Banquet, but instead of teams, you're on your own. It's an experimental game mode, so Embark is looking for the user's input, which is great. Personally, I like the team-oriented gameplay of the other modes, but this mode is pretty fun to drop in and get some kills. It'll be interesting to see how the classes will balance out in solos. Personally, I've been using Light mostly because of its mobility, and it's just hella fun to run around shooting anything that moves. But so far, the devs have been amazing at addressing the community's issues with the game. I know recently they nerfed controller aim assist, which was definitely a point of contention. I played a bit of the finals on PS5, and just the mere fact I can hit anyone proved to me that the aim assist was too OP. I'm total ass when it comes to controller aim, so trust me on this. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to future updates for this game. With the amount of support it's getting from the devs, I think this game will have a great longevity to it. Let me know what you think about this new game mode, or if you're even still playing this game. But until next time, see ya.